Hey tubers, bar coming at you. Had to have a beer before I started this one. Um, I was gonna start out as a rant. It still is kind of a little bit, but I think the PSA Facebook group kind of calmed me down, even though they didn't know about it. So a lot going on with the hobby. We know it, with the car prices and everything like that. So you know, I really, to start with, I really hate that I'm getting so involved in the money side of it. And I've been spending bucks on cards for sure. And it's, like I said, if it's an investment, but I like to see the profits, but I almost, I put in an investment almost as if I'm buying bonds or just putting in savings. I just don't want it to go anywhere. So I'm having fun with money. And when I want the money back as opposed to the card, I just want to be able to do that. You know, if it keeps up with inflation and stuff, win-win. But you know, I just don't want to, stocks and crap are boring, and I lost my ass in 2008 on that. So I just said I'm not doing that again. So I figured I'd have some fun with it, right? But so now with these gains and everything like that, it's like, oh man, you got to look at too much, almost too much of the business aspect, and it's like hurts me a little bit because I want to stay true to the hobby and everything because that's why I like it so much. You never ignore the money for sure because you're putting well-earned dollars into it, but at the same time, it's like, well, I can't ignore this. This is my time to shine. I've put 30 years into this. Why wouldn't I, capitalize on this stuff, right? And so you still do some of that stuff. So last week, I had heard enough about the Sosa and the McGuire 30 for 30 coming up or whatever. And I was like, all right, this is probably going to pop. And you could see that the McGuires I had been following 85 McGuires for a while because I wanted one. But you could tell that they'd been creeping up and everything. I was like, all right, well, now this bubble is bursting type of thing. So I got on there with the quickness, trying to buy 85. So I was on 4 sharp corners because I had a couple of them, and they're always good deals, right? They got some sales going on and stuff like that. I'm tossing some McGuires, a couple of randoms that I wanted, and a couple of Consecos in there in the cart as well. Well, 85 McGuire PSA 9 just disappears out of there, like not available anymore as I'm trying to check out. Shit. So there was an 8.5, tossed that one in there. Like nobody goes for 8.5, so it was like 27 bucks. Disappears before I was in there, and I had some issues with the cart because it was lunchtime at work, and so I was online trying to buy these things, and government computers and PayPal can't fully process apparently. So 4Sharp was giving some issues. I had to convert it over to the phone, and their website's a little goofy. So you try to sign in on the phone to log into your account, and it acts like nothing's in your cart. And I'm like, I'm looking at the computer. It's in my damn cart. So I had some fun games with that. So it did take a couple minutes longer, but I don't waste time. I'm a champ at 4Sharp corners stuff and sealing those deals on that type of stuff, right? So I get it, but I end up getting 87, a couple of cards, but one of them was an 87 Topps McGuire PSA 10. Got it for 60 bucks, and that was a little jump from just previously. But I was like, this is one of the ones that's gonna go, right? So I get it for 60 bucks, paid for it, good to go. I mean, hell, I registered it, right? Because I register the cards almost right away. I like that immediate satisfaction and stuff like that. Today, they sent me an email. Sorry, there was an error. Duplicate sale. Here's your refund, 60 bucks. The card's going for 250. Like, man. And that was the second piece of the sketchiness to me because the 8.5 and the 9 just disappeared. And I thought maybe somebody could bought them or whatever. But within like two days later or something, they listed an 8.5 and a PSA 9 of the 85 McGuire right next to each other on their listings for way higher. I had saved pictures of those, but I ended up deleting them once they deleted out of my cart because I cut and saved the pictures off my phone, and that's what I used to crop and put in my registry as opposed to waiting and then scanning them myself because usually those are much more higher resolution, right? So I was like, man. So I thought maybe they just got smart to it and snatched them off. And they're a business, they can do that. But I was like, it was a little sketch, right? Just because it disappeared out of my cart and I was just salty about it. But then it's like, all right, well, Number two is they're refunding me this $60 for a $250 card. It's still registered in my PSA registry, and I got the pick and the serial number. So now I'm gonna be looking for that damn 87 tops to see where it ends up. But I was thinking, I was like, man, it's too much coincidence. So I was pretty salty about it for a while this afternoon. Hence, I need to live the high life here. So I was like, Four Sharp, you can't do that to me, man. I've been buying too many cards for you for years, thousands of cards at this point from Four Sharp Corners. I was on the Christmas card list today. Some of you heard me say that. I'm serious. I still have 2 of them. They're in deep in some boxes somewhere, but 23 autographs on one of them and 25 on the other. Like, all of the workers signed this thing in like gold or silver pen. These big old Christmas cards. And now you're gonna jip me. Because they relisted it. All these cards are going for $250, so they jipped me for potentially $190 a profit. It wasn't like I was buying it to flipping. I was reprioritizing so I wouldn't get completely left out of not having a card like that. Super salty, but I posted it on in the Facebook page for PSA collectors, and like 4 or 5 other dudes said, hey, this shit's happened to me before. So I was like, all right, well, they're just a shit show then. And they have been since August. Four Sharp Corners redid their website, and it's been a lot of a mess. It was real bad for the first 2 months or something, and I almost damn near stopped buying from Four Sharp Corners because what they were listing on the website wasn't showing up on eBay, and there was all kinds of, and then you just couldn't check out. It was a mess, and they didn't count you as a member, even though you'd been it for years. But the new website didn't carry over any of that membership or keeping track, because you could used to be able to see your old invoices and everything like that. So real salty about that. But on that investment piece, I would just say we all know those key rookie cards or whatever. So when we see those things kind of taking that bump. I'd also say, just the word of advice is understand complementary and supplementary goods, right? So, if I'm buying an 85 McGuire and, at some point, is that card going to just sit on my wall by itself? Probably not. So I want some complementary items to go with it. You're not going to buy McGuire's without maybe some Canseco. You're not going to buy the 85 McGuire without potentially the 87. Maybe the 88 or something like that, depending on what it is. But there's going to be a couple of other cards that are going to kind of go along with that in your collection. And then you've got supplementary goods as well. I can't, if I can't afford the 85 McGuire in a PSA 10, but maybe I can afford the 87, which is the next best thing, I go for that. So in this case, 87 Topps McGuire in a PSA is both a complementary and a supplementary item, and that thing is going to take off. So that's kind of, I would say, my advice for folks that are looking, either be a flip or just be smarter with their money or something like that. Identify those things. So, nobody's going to buy one card of one guy if they really like that person. So what other ones do they subsequently buy? Or when certain things get priced out, where else are we going to look? Jordans are going through the roof, right? Well, if I've got my Jordan rookie, I'm going to look for other stuff. If I can't afford that damn Jordan rookie, all right, I'm going to want something else to kind of replace that hole in where I mentally think Jordans need to be in my collection type of thing. So that's kind of where I went with, because I picked up an 86 Topps Canseco. I picked up that 87. I even went with Sammy Sosa, because the McGuires and Sosa, especially in 98, they kind of go together. So they did, yeah. Well, so, geez, if I get an email tomorrow, but I picked up the Bowman Sosa and a 10 rookie card. I already had the Leaf from Jesus way back when, so that thing's gone up. But I figured, all right, Bowman, that's a complimentary item for Sosa's if I'm going for that. And obviously, if the Leaf takes off, then somebody's going to be looking for a Bowman, and everybody just wants a PSA 10. So a lot of times, instead of getting a Leaf 9, if they're not registry people for a 90 Sosa, they would probably get a Bowman PSA 10 because it's cheaper and it's still a gem, right? So keep those things in mind. Be smart, but I hate that it's so tied into the money right now. It's just all over the place. But like I said, we've been doing this for years, guys. It's our time to shine, so we can't be foolish about it. If whoever these people are going to throw this kind of money around, we might as well take advantage. That being said, I'm at 10 minutes. I got a shit ton of cards to show you. So let's try to show all of this stuff off. I'll try to go as fast as I can, but I got all kinds of crap. I mean, cards on cards. Picking up a bunch of Joe Staley's. Refractor 07 Bowman Chrome. That is at a 500. And then picked up a bunch of loose ones from different sellers, hoping to get some sub-worthy stuff. Pretty much did not. So there's Bowman Chromes and regular Bowmans. And then scores and some score cards. The score cards are at a 750. It's a random, but I had to figure it out. I was opening packages with the quickness, and this guy had this thing taped up and all this. So sometimes you open one of those, like, I don't have my scissors in my hand, so you toss that to the side. And then I finally opened it up. I was like, I didn't buy that thing. So I was like, all right, what are the last couple of envelopes I just opened or whatever? And I finally tracked down the guy, because tracking said this thing made its way through San Jose. That out of the 3 packages I figured out, only one of them could have gone through California. So we just went back and forth right before this video. So he's like, USPS returned your card today. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would it just get randomly returned and this one come to me? Because this was definitely addressed to me. But then he said, oh, yeah, it's supposed to go to some other customer or something like that. So it sounds a little goofy. I'll make sure he sends that one to me before I spend any dollars to send that one away for sure. But let's see. This is just a cool random card. 98 Pacific McGuire. The Cardinals bought McGuire a Cardinal Red Corvette after he hit his 62nd home run in the 98 season. So that's pretty cool. Random, not going to take off in value or anything, but like I said, it's the hobby first, so I just thought that was cool. But since you listened to my rant, I won't let you wait too long for that. Boom. The Rocket in a 10. All of these cards have been taken off. This one was already expensive, but it had not taken off in the way that others had. So I can easily see this one just doubling in value. And when you think of the pop is kind of similar to like a Ripken, from Traded or something like that, and that 10 goes through the roof. And Ripken, it's got other true rookies, right? This is basically the only true rookie because it's a whole year prior. So I think it's gonna take off. 7 Cy Youngs. Really happy to have that card, and snagged it before I got completely left behind. Buying all these baseball cards and stuff like that after I'm selling cards and getting the PayPal, and I was just like, I gotta stay true to myself a little bit and pick up some football. Keep chipping away at those sets. I picked up the Floyd Little on an 8. This thing, I've been watching them for years, and they have not changed value in about 3 or 4 years at least. So I finally just said, all right, I'll buy it. I'm not going to get one on sale, but that was the last Bronco I needed for the set. Bob Hayes. Got a great deal on this 7. It ain't cheap, but great deal on that 7. Yeah, there we go. I'll show them from that side. Light's getting always some goat. People are selling a ton of these, so I'm picking them up. Proline GMs, or Proline DC3 from 96. Nice die cut, which is good because I had 10 of those in raw, and they would not have graded well, which is why I hadn't sent any in. 96 Leaf, the red version. Just got that nice foil on the bottom. Pop of Uno. 2000 Skybucks. Base card, PSA 10. Pop of Uno. Some raw rice. It's still rare that I find cards that I haven't seen before, especially Skybox. I bought the shit out of some Skybox back in the day because it was cheaper and I could get it. So 92 Skybox, major impact insert. And typically if I'm going to send it in for grading, I got in card savers, but I ran out of card savers, so I just bought some. I'm running out of, which you'll see, I'm running out of large magnetics as well, but what is this? Collector's Edge 96. That one's out of 3100. This one looks pretty similar, but I don't want to say foilish, but you know what I'm saying. Out of 5,000. I bought this not knowing I was going to win that graded leaf, so I got the red. These were all in a lot, though. And this is that leaf, an artist proof, so it's got a nice little die cut right there. And then from 2000 Pacific, got a net card. Showed a graded one of these in a previous video. Not this one specifically, but something similar. And I found another one. I was like, all right, cool. Now I got a couple of those. Another one. I did not want to get left behind. Boom. A-Rod. A-Rod. Alex Rodriguez in the PSA 9. I should have pulled the trigger when he was down at 300, but got it for 4. That sucked up the last bit of PayPal I had for anything. And now these have gone for anywhere since I bought this one, anywhere between 460 and like 580. So they're all over the place right now. I think the 581 went because the guy listed it with an old label, and he kind of was trying to lead you to believe that you'd be able to crack it and sub it for a PSA 10 because it's such an old grade, but not likely. But with all the spikes and everything, you get in McGuire's, you get in Sosa's, those are home run guys. You start collecting home run guys, you're not going to take too long before you get to A-Rod, right? And at some point, they're going to cave and let all these guys in, their numbers and everything else. If they let all this shit happen while they were doing it, they gave them all the awards, they let them go to all the All-Stars, they can't be like, now you don't count. It's just not going to work out. Project 2020, still going strong. Got this Derek Jeter from King Saladin as the artist. I told myself I wasn't going to get any modern ones, but I was really digging this one. So, picked it up. And that is the 5th one in hand. I think I've bought maybe 14, 15. Getting kind of nervous, though. There's some resellers, right, that sell these, and I can get them for like $17.21 or something like that, shipped, which is, they're $19.99 from the Topps website, but some of these have been going up in value to the point, and they're all pre-sales when you buy them, right, because Topps is going to take them a couple weeks to ship it to you direct. So now they're pre-sales, and I'm concerned now that they're not going to sell them to me if the card value goes up, like they're going to cancel and refund me 3 weeks later or something like that when the value goes up by the time they get them in hand. So now I'm spurning saving those $2-3 and just buying them straight from Topps. I'm not trusting when this much money gets involved. You got to be a little bit more untrusting of people. 95 Pacific Kramer's Choice, beautiful Steve Young. Started a new little side PC, gold medallions, going after predominantly with the full gold background because not all the gold medallions look like that. And I want ones with guys where you can just see the picture and bam, you know who it is. So there's a Jeter. There is a Breeze. And a Chargers. Shit, I got so much more here. Okay. The next stacks are ComC. Got a massive ComC package. Beautifully, they didn't put any top loaders, but all card savers. Beautifully packaged inside this. Nestled in a bed of peanuts inside this. So, most impressive ComC job I have seen yet. And here we go. 97 Pinnacle Inscriptions. That is the Challenge Collection. Here's another card from there, also Challenge Collection. These are my favorites, literally of everything. So there's a bunch of Rices and Youngs here. Same, but artist proof. Just beautiful. Steve Young. It's a Challenge Collection Young. An artist proof Young. Another artist proof Young. This one is called the Trophy Collection because it's straight from 97 Pinnacle, not Pinnacle Inscriptions. Trophy Collection as well. Artist proof of that. That is nasty. Here is this one's the promo version, but it's supposed to be the base of Inscriptions. But for whatever reason, I put the rice away, but for whatever reason, normally they'll say Challenge Collection right here, and they're not supposed to on the base, but they do, because this is the actual Challenge Collection of that version. So I have a rice 2 of these Rices graded PSA 10, and one label says Challenge Collection, and one just leaves it plain. And that was graded years ago, and I just found one of these online that was misgraded Challenge Collection too. So, because I'm trying to, there's like 12 of them with all the different bases and artist proofs and stuff of Jerry Rice. So I'm trying to get them all graded, but I'm real nervous that they're going to come back with weird, funky labels and stuff like that. Oh wait, UD Materials, Frank Gore out of 25. Picked up the matching Patrick Willis, and I have a Montana that goes with them, and I think there's a couple other Niners, so that's why I'm grabbing those. I picked these up because these are some of the few Staleys that you can get, and I kind of got a matching team set. So 2013 Panini Black, $3.99, got a Staley. Got the Willis, these are pretty thick too. Bolden, Justin Smith, him and the Staley were, there's a gash there, but I wasn't planning on grading these anyway. Just kind of wanted a team snapshot from that year. But hard to get Justin Smith and Staley's. There's a Cat out of $3.99, Vernon, and the Gore. Here's some others that I didn't put in mags of those Youngs. I got some Rices, picked up 3 of them. None of them are worth grading. All of these base ones from 97 Pinnacle just come out trash. But I really want to sub some, so I gotta find a box. Hopefully, there's another trophy collection. This one will get graded. Challenge Collection from Rice. Artist Proof Rice. I ran out of card savers as well. And I already got one that'll get graded. Or actually, I showed you one in card saver. This one will get graded. More coming. Bowman, rookie. Rookies and Stars. 96 Ultra Sensations. We got the pewter and the gold marble. 98 Interstate Refractor, shiny. 97 Collector's Edge. This is just a vicious die cut right here. Another die cut from, I think it's 95 Classic. 2012 5-star. I got a handful of these. Check these things out. They are nasty. At a 139, stupid thick, 180 points. I had to put them in. There's a Rice, but the rest of them are from that year, actual played. So there's Alex Smith. There's a Willis. Randy Moss, watch out. Vernon. Frank the Tank. And then here's another gold medallion, Shaq and the Lakers. Picked up an Armstead, holding up the jersey. And then needed to do at least one like little Garoppolo rainbow, so I got a gold and an orange so far. Here's a purple at a 25 from XR from 2019, and here's a red at a 249. So I gotta get a blue, and I'll have that one done. And then here is a 2002, yeah, it's still called the Kramer's Choice, Terrell Owens, numbered at a 120. This is a great looking card, not in good condition, so definitely not gradable, but wasn't planning on it either. So awesome looking card. And if you didn't see my last video, I busted a box of 86 Don Russ. To get these, they look fantastic and new magnetics. Would not grade well at all. But that's what I got for you. That was a shit ton of stuff. Thanks for holding out for me. And obviously, I'm in a much better mood by the end of the video as I show you cards. But I was salty for like the whole damn afternoon on that McGuire. Still want it. Now it's a $250 card. I ain't gonna get one. I think I got one raw somewhere, so I'm just gonna slap it in a magnetic. But thanks for watching. If you stuck with me for 24 minutes, later.